Scott. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Have you had a chance to get any sleep, get any rest at this point?
Yeah, we like last night. It was really busy right after the race, but honestly, it's we went later to just grab a bit of food around maybe 8:30, and then a couple of drinks. But I think we were back in the motorhome and asleep by probably 11:30 or 12. It was actually a really physical race yesterday, as far as it was. The temperature was pretty high. I think it was almost an all-time high for this time of year here, almost 90 degrees, but it was so humid. So I was definitely pretty worn out as far as hydration, so I shut it down pretty early last night.
A little bit different of a celebration maybe than when you were, the first championship at least.
Very, very different. I kind of remember blips of that night in 2003, and it was definitely a pretty wild night. But yeah, I think recovery at the age of 23 was much easier at the age of 40.
So, I mean, when you look at 6 championships, that's remarkable. How do you view that and your place in, as you continue to establish it in IndyCar history?
It's I think it's a testament to the team, and obviously been part of this team for 19 years, going into my 20th season next year with them, and I think the adversities, this year for everybody, has been crazy. Did we even think there was going to be a season? I feel super lucky and super privileged that, I get to race cars for one, but kind of March and April, you're like, well, is there going to be a season? Is everybody going to have a job? What's going to happen? I think that was the hardest part, was just the unknowns. So, it does feel very special to win in a season like this. 6 sounds a lot better than 5 with championships, so it feels amazing. It hasn't really sunk in too much yet, just to really sit back and capture the season. And
are you already eyeing AJ Foyt's record number 7 IndyCar championships?
7 sounds a lot better than 6, so yeah, absolutely. It's it's goal number 1 next year, or 2 goals as always. First win the Indianapolis 500, and secondly try and win the championship. So we'll definitely be trying hard to pull both of those off.
Absolutely. That trophy looks really large. Is it heavy? Is it hard? How is it to pick it up?
It's very heavy. I don't know what it weighs. It's got to be 50, 60 pounds. It's so amazing. The Astor Cup and how they brought that back, I think, into the cycle of IndyCar racing. There's a long history and long story there, but I think I prefer just it sitting there and giving it a good kiss. That's the best situation for me.
Next season, you're getting a new teammate in Jimmie Johnson, and the two of you in your respective disciplines are obviously incredibly accomplished. 13 now championships between the two of you. Are there, I assume, he'll be learning from you quite a bit, but are there things that you can teach each other next year, just as from one champion to another?
Yeah, I think with, first of all, it's fantastic. I can't believe Jimmy, with all that he's done and he still has the drive, I think not necessarily an age thing, but, after all his accomplishments, to take on such a big battle, it's going to be a very steep mountain. I think, the easiest thing when people are like, oh, if he's coming back, coming over to IndyCar and he's doing ovals, that's a fairly familiar transition for him, but to dive in and just do the road courses, it's going to be extremely tough. But already I can see just how competitive the guy is. You can see why he's a 7-time champion. The intensity is insane.